I was diagnosed in May of 2020 with cancer of the inner cheek. I had been seeing my dentist regularly because I had Invisalign retainers. So every 4 to 6 weeks, I think I was going. And at one point, I was having some difficulty, having a lot of pain towards actually the same type of the back of my mouth. And he did a brush biopsy for me, which came back negative, so I was thrilled. But at a different point, it got where it was so painful that I said, something is definitely like not right here. And when I started to kind of visually inspect myself and I saw what was going on, I said, oh no, like this is, I have to try and get to somebody and who knows about these things, and because something's definitely wrong here. Quite frankly, I had no idea who I would see for this, like to the point where I had to Google like what kind of doctor I would go to. And when I found that it was an ENT, I found a local ENT by me. And as soon as he looked at it, he said, I'm pretty sure you're looking at oral cancer, which I was stunned. And he said, we'll do proper biopsy and I will get back to you next week with the results, which of course he called a week later and said that the biopsy was positive. So yeah, it just kind of sends you into this, state of shock. But I also somehow thought in the moment, like, we're just going to take this one step at a time and see what happens. And I think I still have that mindset, and it's served me very well.
I believe I grabbed her hand and I said, no matter what, we'll go through this together.
They removed the tumor. It was in the inside of my left cheek. It was likely that surgery was all that was going to be needed. And I got a phone call afterwards that it didn't seem to be in any other place, which was fantastic. And I had to have like just a surveillance scan 8 weeks after the initial surgery, and it was back again. Then it gets a little bit harder to not go into that panic mode. I had another big surgery a few months later, which entailed removing my left jawbone and replacing it with a bone from my leg. That was an enormous surgery. They did not recommend radiation treatment after my first surgery, but it was after the second surgery that I had both chemotherapy and radiation.
It's tough because it was COVID. Drive up, get out, good luck. She did 33 rads in conjunction with 2 rounds of cisplatin. It would be 5 hours of infusion, post-infusion, 3 hours hydration infusion. Look, it's a long day, right? I wouldn't leave the parking lot. Sat in my car. It was part of the promise from day one. We're in this together. I'm not going to leave you.
You hear the word resilience a lot in the cancer community. I don't look at myself that way. I look at myself as I'm doing what every other human would do in my situation.
We've been fortunate enough to navigate some very difficult waters. Radiation, the gifts that keeps on giving, that caused osteonecrosis on the opposite side of her mouth, where she had to go through a second fib flap surgery last September. We've been through it.
Yeah.
She's been through more than any human would ever be expected to. She doesn't think she's resilient. I disagree.
I feel like it's really taught me, a human's ability to adapt to what life throws at them is kind of amazing. A lot of times it's one day at a time. Sometimes it's an hour at a time for us. And that's okay. I'm still in that mode and probably will be.